Now, if you know anything about me, you know I loved living, working, and just about everything about Southfield. But with that being said, even if there are a million pros, there's always going to be a few cons. Hi, my name is David Fisher. I'm a local real estate agent here in Southeast Michigan, and I'm here to cover all the ins, the outs, and everything you need to know about living in Southfield. To get things started, let's talk about some of my favorite things about Southfield. Some pros of living in Southfield: the #1 all-time benefit of Southfield is the location. You've got the Lodge Freeway, I-696, Telegraph Road, 8 Mile Road. If you live in Southfield, you're minutes away from anything. Downtown Detroit, Royal Oak, Ferndale, West Bloomfield, you can get anywhere in 15 minutes or less. One of the other things I really love about Southfield, the unique housing options. From traditional single-family neighborhoods to sprawling ranch-style homes that sit on acres of land, even condominiums and luxury apartments. Southfield has every flavor of housing you can ask for. And no matter what your housing needs, no matter what your familial status, Southfield has what you need when it comes to housing. Let's talk about food. I love Southfield's restaurants, not just because of the big box restaurants like Applebee's, Big Boys, Dave's Hot Chicken. You also have unique restaurants that you can't find anywhere else. You've got the Cornbread on Northwestern Highway. You've got the Smackin' on Southfield Road. These are small-owned restaurants, and you can taste the care in every bite, and the service is spectacular. If we're gonna talk about a city, one of the most important things, how I'm gonna make money, I'm gonna pay for this house, right? I'm gonna pay for my new city. Southfield has an abundance of employment opportunities. Did you know that Southfield is, not only is it a major business center in the region, it has a significant number of companies and office buildings. And you can't talk about Southfield without talking about one of the best kept secrets in the city. It's parks and its amenities. Not only do you have Beechwood Park, Civic Center Park, and Pebble Creek Park, where we have our annual client appreciation event. Hopefully we'll see you there next year. Southfield also has an outdoor pool and an indoor ice rink for residents, so they've got you covered all year round. So we've talked about some good of Southfield. Let's talk about some cons. A con of living in Southfield: the tax millage rate is higher than most cities around Southfield. And the reason being, Southfield, when it was created, was meant to be the center of it all. It was the first city to have access to multiple freeways, I-696, the Lodge, like we talked about. It was so centralized that they figured, well, we're gonna have a higher tax rate because of the convenience of living in Southfield, and that remains true to this day. Another big con living in Southfield, ooh, and it can stink: skunks. Skunks and deer. You can't drive through Southfield without seeing a deer rip across the road or rip across the freeway, right? Like, you will see some deer. Keep your eyes open for them. And when you live in Southfield, you're gonna get to know the skunks. Best thing to do, don't bother them, they won't bother you. Southfield, in comparison to other cities, it has a con. It doesn't have as much of a nightlife. Don't get me wrong, Southfield is no slouch when it comes to restaurants and bars and places to hang out. But if you're looking for a Royal Oak, Ferndale, or Birmingham vibe, it doesn't have that kind of aura or that kind of downtown atmosphere. The great benefit though, Southfield is less than 10 minutes from all those cities. And depending on the type of person you are, this might not be a con at all. One thing to think about, and not just Southfield, but really the city as a whole, we're not really huge on public transportation. The thing about Southfield is you don't really have a solid busing system or the people mover like downtown Detroit. So having a car is a must. Thank you guys for talking about the pros and cons of the city of Southfield. If you have any other questions about Southfield or any other city in the area, I would love to be your resource. Give us a call, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe.